Hello, what we're going to do here today is I'm going to show y'all how to use the 10-ton hydraulic crimping tool and how to crimp a lug onto a wire using this tool. Also got a comment that they would like to see also how it's used and how to use it. As if you've seen in my other video, I did not show how to crimp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clean this jacket off a little bit. Make sure when you do, I'm going to try to keep my hands out of y'all's way. Don't clean too much of the insulation off, just enough to where it ends on the lug here. So you want to take back about that much. Now this is the way I've crimped all my terminals. So here we go. Be careful using a sharp razor blade. And try not to cut any strands of wire off. Just work with it a little bit. Take your time. I mean, a lot of people has their different ways of crimping the tool, crimping the lug on with different style tools, like a hammer style crimping tool, lot of them more expensive crimping tools, solder. This method here works really good. And like I said, just take your time, work with the jacket a little bit, and it would come off. I'm using 4-gauge new concept wire, and it's really easy to cut. There we go. See, as you can see, I got all the insulation off. My method is I'm not going to twist the strands of copper, the 10 copper wire. I'm going to use the pinch and push in method. That's what I like to use. Right. There's no wires hanging out at all. See here, slide it on. Then once it's on, you can go ahead and give it a little twist, just to make sure it's all the way. Actually, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna make sure I measured it, cut it correctly. Show you guys. See how it's about where you want it. So let me go ahead and put it back on. And like I said, use the pinch and push in method. Try to get most of it, or if not all of it. I mean, it will take some messing with, but it can be done. I've did all my wires like this. There we go. And then, like I said, once you get it on, just give it a little twist down. That's what it'll look like. Now using this tool, it's a little complicated to hold in your hand. So you just have to work with it a little bit. Be patient with this as well. Let's see here. Let me make sure I got the right size dies in. Okay, 25. Now with this tool, like I said in my previous video, if you're crimping 4-gauge wire like I am, you would want to use a 25 die, and so on and so forth. I also have a reference sheet in my other video that will show you the right size dies to use with lugs and different size wires, so you make sure you use the right size die. Like I said, before you start crimping, turn that valve to the on position. That way the hydraulic tool can crimp. Now when you install it here, make sure, once you just get it tight a little bit. Just make sure you got put a little bit of pressure on it. That way you have it in the right position you want it. Let's see here. Like I said, it's you got to work with the tool a little bit, because you're doing it with one hand, and it can. But once you get the hang of it, I'm just trying to take my time, because it's hard to do anything with holding it like this and trying to stay out of y'all guys' view. I might have to hold it up for a minute, so I'll make sure I get it lined up where I want it. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, that's where I want it, so I'm going to go ahead and start crimping down. And once you get a little bit of pressure on the lug, go ahead and hold the back wire, and as you're crimping it, just apply a little bit of pressure. That way, all the wire can get in. Just go ahead and crimp it. Just keep on crimping it until the dies bottom out. Now once they bottom out, don't keep crimping your tool, because you can do damage to the O-rings, like I said in my other video. You loosen it up. Now what I like to do is I loosen it up a little bit, turn the lug just 380 degrees, and then give it one more little crimp. Just make sure it's holding. And again, let me make sure that's where I want it. Let's see here. Alright, sorry about that, I had to give me something to drink. Alright, so let me look at it, make sure. Alright, I'm happy with that. So go ahead and give it more. Actually, loosen up just a little bit. Like I said, it's an easy tool to use, just you gotta work with it. Be patient. There we go. I like the way these things crimp better. Of course, I like all my stuff looking nice, and even my crimps, I like them to be good crimps. There we go. Like I said, just give it a crimp till the dies bottom out. Loosen it up. And you are not getting that lug off. I pulled on it. And that's the finishing with the crimp. And what I like to usually do, I got the adhesive shrink wrap. This lug is a little bit bigger than, should have put that on first. I usually don't use these big of lugs, but I used all my little lugs, so this the only lug that I have left. And then go ahead. You can use a lighter. I got a heat gun. I'd rather use a heat gun. Lighter, it tends to leave a residue from the, the fumes from the lighter. So I'd rather use a heating gun. It kind of heats a little bit better. And that's what it would look like. And then, like I said, I probably won't be able to get this boot on because the lug is a little bit too big. But I'm going to see what I can. I might be able to get it on there. Hell yeah. There we go. And that's what it will look like. Sometimes the lug is a little bit too big, but this boot went on pretty good. Leave a comment, leave a like, let me know what y'all guys think, and if y'all decide to purchase one of these 10-ton hydraulic crimping tools, like I said, I got this off eBay for $41, free shipping. Good tool, comes with different dies. The only downfall is the dies is measured in metric or millimeter, so you got to get a reference sheet with the proper gauges for the wires for the proper size dies you're going to use. Sometimes the kit might have some kind of directions with it that might have the measurements in it, but you can look at my other video if it didn't and go from there. But let me know what you guys think, and I hope this video helps. Leave a comment if you want to see something else, and thanks for watching.